Las Vegas. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Going bell to bell with the best in professional wrestling news, entertainment, and lots of Sin City surprises from inside the squared circle. Now, let's get to all the exciting pro wrestling action and bring on the host. Here is Mark Hoke.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Mark Hoke Show. Woohoo! Yeah!
Yes, sir.
Let's fire this baby up.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Man. We go from Jesus to pro wrestling, which is kind of the same thing if you think about it.
Explain that to me.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, let's not get in those weeds. Huh? Yeah. But yeah, happy Sunday to everybody out there, man. The day with difference, what the difference a day makes. Mark Hoke, you're looking beautiful this morning.
Am I?
Yeah, you got this angelic glow about you.
Well, you know, I am a little cherub.
Ah, yes.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Hey, we got an unbelievable show today. That was a little wrestling last night.
A little bit.
Just a little.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking a whole lot about SummerSlam today here on the Mark Hoke Show. The best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. We are very happy to have you with us. As David said, I'm Mark Hoke, the David Difference. By my sort of side. You're actually at my side.
Figuratively speaking, yes, always by your side, man. Until the day I stab you in the back.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, the swerve is coming. We just went live, man. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Hey, Twitter world, as OJ Simpson says. We are live. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys.
You didn't get a lot of sleep, did you?
Do I ever?
That's true. Saturday night's your night.
Yeah, man. Disco night. Disco night at the Dave Cave, man. They came out last night, I'll tell you that much.
I don't even want to know.
Yes, you do. But,
no,
but no,
nobody wants to know that.
I won't tell, man.
Everybody
wants to know. What do you mean nobody? They're clamoring.
Well, you know what? Do a second show on our YouTube channel.
Well, I'm not saying I got to tell it all, but I'm just saying they do want to know.
Really?
You want to know.
Everybody in the chat, if you're in the chat, let us know. Do you really want to hear about Dave's
exploits in the cave?
Oh, God. I don't even want to think about exploits. Anyway,
right.
Well, we have 3 guests today because we are going to have SummerSlam covered and so much more from every perspective. Plus, we're actually going to be talking a little about what happened at the Great American Bash last week, too.
Last week?
Yeah. Did you see what happened?
Great American Bash.
Yeah. Gable Steveson made his debut.
We're talking about NXT?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I saw what happened with that. Like, I was like, where are we going back in time on this?
Yeah, that didn't go well either, apparently.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We have Rick Ucchino from Cincinnati, 700 WLW. Of course, this Cage Side Seats, Believe in Pro Wrestling Network, the whole thing. Rick was at SummerSlam last night, so we're going to get the inside scoop on what was going on at Ford Field in Detroit with Rick coming up on our next segment.
Yep.
The segment after that, we're going to talk to Stu Myrick, of course, from Sports Guys Talk Wrestling. Yep. He was at the Great American Bash in Austin.
Okay. These guys were live.
Yeah.
They were in there. They were feeling it.
You see what I was doing?
No.
Yeah. You know, getting live reports from all over the country.
Some industry greats, man. I seen our guy yesterday on the WWE press conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Well, Rick's the man. He's pretty darn good at what he does. And in studio,
we got somebody.
He's sitting next to you. I can't.
John Cena? I can't see nobody.
That's terrible. Rocky T's in the house from Future Stars of Wrestling. Let's put him on, man. There he is.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Wow, finally, I get to sit with these guys. You know,
yeah.
I mean, I'm ecstatic here. You know,
we've been waiting for a long time to have you on the show, buddy.
Well, you know, I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to talk about wrestling, and let's see where this goes today. I mean, you never know. You might even have me back.
We don't know about that. But hey, look.
Hey, Dave.
Interesting.
Dave, stop. Okay.
Wow, there it is.
Man, shut me down. Hey, so fun fact is Rocky T actually introduced me to Mark Hoke at an FSW show and said, look, man, this guy This guy's ratings are tanking.
Wow.
Just
I guarantee he didn't say that.
right.
No, but you know what? I did introduce you guys. You know, I knew that you were doing something great with your show, and you know, I knew that Dave would be a great match, and I was, you know, happy to introduce you guys.
Well, you were dead wrong about that, but you know,
Well,
it's all
hey,
good.
come on. Listen, between the two of you, one of you is getting slammed here real soon if you keep it up.
Let it be Mark.
Well, fortunately, you know, I can. Well, I guess I can't lock that door, but I can chain it up. You guys are in the booth. I'm stuck in production over here, so yeah, that'll be bad. But we're excited to have Rocky on the show. We're going to be talking with Rocky a little bit about what's going on with FSW and Headlocks and Hearts too.
Yeah.
Great new charity, and
we're gonna get into it.
Exciting.
Yeah, so gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have the world of pro wrestling covered for you today, plus some stuff that was going on in AEW. Had a new women's world champion crowned this week. Who called that?
Must have been you, right, Mark? Right? Had to be.
It was. It was.
You got that special talent. You know, you can see into the future. I see.
I actually did call 2 new world champions on the women's side.
Nostradamus over here.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Occasionally, I'm right.
Hey,
Occasionally.
There's nothing wrong with that. Dave thinks he's right all the time. You know, that's not right. But
how is that not right?
Thinks.
How is that not right?
Come on, Dave.
Come on.
When have you known me to be wrong? Never.
Oh, do you want a list?
Yeah, I do. Send it to Jericho list size.
Oh man. Well, let's get a little preliminary discussion on SummerSlam last night, because obviously just a very, I don't know, some cool stuff happened and some weird stuff happened yesterday. And Dave, let me just start that off with you before we get into all the specifics, which, you know, we're really going to hit each match in the second hour. But what are your thoughts about the card last night and just how everything went?
I think from, you know, I think a lot of good matches. There was some lows to it, but I think overall as a show, the crowd interaction they were on point for most of it, except for the down points where I don't blame them. But I enjoyed the show. I did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I felt really, honestly, I felt a little disappointed last night.
Did you? So you talk about weird things, or what disappointed you?
Well,
I'm curious.
Just in general, you know, the opening match was great. You know, I thought Cody may have taken too much of a beating last night. They really kind of
felt the same.
Hammered that home. The match with Shayna and Ronda, while it was a decent match, you know, whenever you try to do matches like that, where there's fighting or different rules where, you know, the fans can't really see what's going on, you know, it doesn't play that well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, at home you can see it and it looks good, but you know, it was just, I don't know. That was kind of weird. I just thought the crowd was a little off last night. I'm not big on the last match, just how everything turned out.
No,
in the main event.
No,
I mean, the match itself was cool. Right. But I think that I'm seeing the Bloodline storyline unravel.
Nah,
I think.
I don't know. There goes your fortune telling skills.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna break it down a little bit more. But I mean, overall, I thought it was a decent night.
I will say something interesting just based on that is like during the press conference afterwards, Paul Heyman, somebody had said that as well. It's like, what do you do after this Bloodline thing? He says, calm down. This is the third inning. We got a long ways to go.
Third inning.
Yeah.
I did hear that quote.
Yeah.
Rocky, do you think that's in the third inning?
You know, I got to tell you, man, this Bloodline story is just something else. I really don't know how far they can carry that. And they really are trying to go the distance. And to be honest with you, I think there's still a lot left in the pot. I mean, I really do. You know, when you add them all up together, I mean, there's still some ifs out there. You know what I mean? So Sikoa, I mean, what could happen with him? I mean, there's some stuff that can definitely happen. You know, I mean, who knows? Maybe The Rock will come back and, you know, and just take over. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he really is the true tribal chief. I mean, Roman's been on. He's been on a high way too long, if you ask me. And
Wow,
I think somebody, somebody big is going to have to come and put him in his place. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Roman, but there's that but in there. Everybody has his day. And I hate to say it, but his day's coming. You know what I mean? And so we're just going to have to wait and see what they have plans, and we'll see how it goes. But I think they're a little ways from ending this.
Oh yeah, I think it's another layer. Now you got the brothers about to have that chapter, against each other. Like, come on,
sure.
How do you see that as winding down?
Here's my problem with it, and I don't want to go too deep into the weeds because we've got Rick Ucchino coming up, but now you have Solo's mad at Roman. You've got the Uso brothers split up and fighting. Roman has lost control of everybody. And so now all four of them are kind of like, where are you?
Yep.
Whose allegiances are you with? And here's the thing. I think it's going to create some confusion. One thing that I've really liked about this storyline is, while there's been a lot of complex layers to it, it's also been very simple. Roman kind of got the family under control. They've been running rampant. They got tired of it. And Jay stood up and said, enough's enough. Jimmy stood up and said, enough's enough. But now you've got all four of them kind of going in different directions.
Yeah.
And now you don't just have to resolve like one simple, like, well, Jay and Jimmy are against Roman and Solo. Well, now you've got Solo maybe against Roman, and Jimmy maybe is against Jay, and Jay is against Roman, and Solo, and you're convoluting the storyline. You know what I mean?
I don't.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of layers.
No, there is a lot of layers, but I believe that's great storytelling. Is now you got this whole different, like, there's so much tension, right? If they just like, now you got the brothers about to go at it. Now you got Solo and Roman Reigns. It's like, that's just another layer to it.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know what?
Be honest.
I've got a favorite. I want to see Solo come in there and take out everybody. Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Well, listen, I've got a little investment with this man.
Yes,
you know
you do.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I told him right from the beginning, you're going to be something. I stood behind him. I knew that he was going to be something special. And I'll be honest with you. The kid's been in WWE how long now? Not very long. And look what he's done.
Oh, yeah.
Give this guy a little bit of time, and I'm going to tell you what. You want a new tribal chief? Right there. There you have it. It's just there's so many layers to pull back on this. I mean, I want to see some great stuff happen, and I'm looking forward to it. And really, for me, I want to see Solo. I want to see him fly, whether it's, taking on all three of them, doing away with the brothers. I mean, they're going to have to show a little bit of respect for him. I mean, that's just the way it is, So
there you go. The little bro stepping up.
Just obliterate everybody.
Yeah. Well, that's what they brought him in for, right?
Well, he's an enforcer. But
he's an enforcer.
Settle down, Rock.
No, come on.
Well, let's give Rocky a chance to take a breather here.
Yeah.
Because we have
settle down.
We got a very special guest coming up. We're gonna have Rick Ucchino coming on the show. Of course, he was at SummerSlam last night. We're gonna get his perspective on everything, and of course, Stu Myrick coming up in the third segment of the show, and then we're gonna be talking SummerSlam, AEW, and Headlocks and Hearts too, a new charity. Kind of running the show. Well, it's Dave running that show, so
passion project.
It's gonna be fun. So stick around, everybody. We've got a whole lot more on the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 101.5 FM Talk of Las Vegas. We'll be right back. The Mark Hoke Show is proud to announce our partnership with pro wrestling's premier charity, the Cauliflower Alley Club. For nearly 60 years, the CAC has stood strong, assisting members of the wrestling industry in their times of need. Please join us in supporting the Cauliflower Alley Club by becoming a member for just $25 a year or make an individual donation today. Go to caulifloweralleyclub.org and give back to the people that have brought us so much entertainment and joy in pro wrestling. Once again, that's caulifloweralleyclub.org.
Hey, Nevadans, prescriptions can be expensive. Let the Array RX discount card be your solution. Now available to all Nevada residents. Simply sign up for free, show your pharmacist your digital card, and save money. Receive discounts of up to 80% on certain medications. There are no age or income restrictions, and it only takes a minute to enroll. Visit ArrayRxCard.com to learn more and sign up today.
This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
The Wick Farmers Market Nutrition Program promotes purchasing locally grown fresh fruits and vegetables. Attending the farmers market is a fun way for families to shop for a variety of produce. Households participating in the Nevada Women, Infants, and Children Program, commonly known as WIC, may be eligible to receive coupon vouchers for the purchase of fresh fruits and vegetables at participating farmers markets. Each active WIC participant may receive $30 for each WIC farmers market. Coupons may be used through September 30th. Call your local WIC clinic today to see if you qualify, or go to nevadawic.org and click the farmers market banner for more information. That's nevadawic.org, sponsored by the Nevada WIC Program, Division of Public and Behavioral Health, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station. The Farmers Market Nutrition Program is an equal opportunity provider.
After serving in the military, life can seem like an endless loop. But the cycle can be broken. You're not alone. Visit maketheconnection.net to learn more.
Attention Nevada residents. Education is key to unlocking your potential and achieving success. Unfortunately, 16% of Nevada students do not graduate high school, leaving them at a disadvantage. But there is hope. The Battleborn Youth Challenge Academy, a voluntary and tuition-free educational program offered by the National Guard, is here to help. Using a military model and an 8-core component curriculum, the Academy is dedicated to reclaiming the potential of disproportionately affected youth. The program is designed for those who are dedicated to becoming a better version of themselves. For more information or to talk to the admissions team, please visit our website at battlebornyouthchallenge.org. That's battlebornyouthchallenge.org. This message is sponsored by Battleborn Youth Challenge Academy in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Infinite Wellness can help you achieve your goals and look and feel your best. Our regenerative medicine clinic utilizes stem cell and exome therapy. We also have a comprehensive weight loss program and numerous other services you can find on our website at infinitewellness.info. We're located at 8925 West Post Road, Suite 100, right across from IKEA. You can book your appointment today by calling us at 702-842-2244 or find us on social media at infinitewellness.lv. We'd love to be a part of your journey.
101.5 FM KDAWN. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we are back on the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN. 101.5 FM, the Talk of Las Vegas, that Odyssey app worldwide. So wherever you're listening around the planet, man, you know, if you need some place to check us out, Odyssey is a great place to do it.
Yes, sir. I just got a text from San Diego, man. They tuning in.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's very cool. And of course, we're also live streaming here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter today.
Hey, Twitter world.
What's going on, gang? Good to see you all.
Yeah.
I'm Mark. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Mark Hoke, the David Difference. And of course, we got Rocky T sitting in with us today from Future Stars of Wrestling. But I got to get this guy on the air right now.
Oh, yeah. Urgency.
Yeah, because he's driving and I'm worried he's going to fall asleep in his car because he got no rest last night.
Yeah.
Our poor buddy from 700 WLW in Cincinnati. And of course, SB Nation cage side seats. Fightful. He's everywhere.
Like air.
Got into that press conference last night, too. Rick Ucchino joining us here, buddy. How are you?
I am doing good. I am flying down I-75, heading toward Toledo as we speak. hoping to get to Cincinnati here relatively soon.
Well, just skip Toledo. Most people do.
Oh, I mean, there's nothing between Detroit and Cincinnati. Like, there's nothing. It is like literally you get past Dayton and it's soybeans and then Toledo and then some water and boom, you're in Detroit. But at least for me, I don't have to get off the highway. So it's just 75, 75, and more 75. So I'm good to go here. There's nothing I got to pay attention to but the road and this conversation.
Well, that's perfect. Well, David will try to wreck you, I'm sure, but I'll keep you safe.
Don't put this on me, man.
Yeah.
Drive safely out there, man. If you got to hang up on Mark, I understand.
Oh man. Well, of course, and by the way, Rick's on the phone. Like I said, he's driving right now, so you don't see him on the live stream. It's all good. But Rick, you were at SummerSlam last night. Give us your general impressions of what happened at Ford Field.
Man, I was genuinely surprised how long the show went last night. WWE has made a really strong effort to keep their shows on the shorter side for better or for worse. And I'm not saying that the show dragged on last night, but I was really, I like everything just went longer than you thought it would. And Triple H really kind of gave every segment its time to breathe last night. And I really think it helped make for a really solid show. And it became a special show with Iyo Sky cashing in. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor put on an absolute classic, even though the wrong guy won, in my opinion. And then, we got another chapter in this, epic tome at this point that is the Bloodline storyline with the brother betrayal at the end. So, I mean, it was a really great show. And I want to clarify something because I got this text so often last night from people asking me because I was there. They were like, dude, why is the crowd so dead? And I'm like, guys, they're tired. It is damn near midnight now. And most of these people have been out partying since 11. The show went really long, especially for a WWE show. They were not disinterested. They were not uninvested. They were simply storing their energy for the big moments, and I do believe the crowd delivered in the big moments last night. Overall, it was a very enjoyable experience.
Yeah, we noticed that too. It's funny, David, when we were at Double or Nothing, people were saying that from the outside that the crowd was kind of
Yeah.
and we were there and like the crowd was into it the whole time. So it's always a very different viewpoint from when you're in the building as opposed to when you're not. It's just amazing how that works sometimes. So yeah, just pointing that out. Now, Rick, what do you think of coming out of this? We've got some, we have the new Bloodline situation. Iyo Sky wins the women's championship, and LA Knight gets his win yesterday. Just what are you feeling about some of these matches and where we're headed?
Well, let's start with Iyo Sky because that is still the moment last night that has me smiling ear to ear. Like, and I said this I said it on Twitter, I said it on the post scrum, and I'll probably say it about a million more times. That was one of those moments last night where you go, to paraphrase Bull Durham, how can you not be romantic about professional wrestling? Damage Control debuted at SummerSlam last year as a group. And honestly, like out of the gate, you're sitting here thinking, oh, they're going to be something really, really special. They're about to take over WWE as far as the women's division is concerned. And then it really wasn't that. It's been a lot of one step forward, almost 4 steps back in some instances. And like 6 months into that group's tenure, you had people saying they're not doing anything with them. It's not working. They don't work collectively as a group. They need to disband. And then, Dakota gets injured and they start doing the storyline where Bayley and Iyo aren't on the same page and everybody thinks that they're going to split. And then last night, everything just clicked. It was a really solid triple threat for the women's title match. I didn't understand why Bianca had to win that match because to me, moving forward, the rivalry is Bianca and Charlotte moving forward and then Iyo and Asuka. So they pin Bianca to win the title, but Bailey brought it up as a great point in the media scrum. It also helped bring everything full circle because the one person that they could not get over the hump against is the same person that they showed up face-to-face with last year, which was Bianca Belair. So it was, again, a nice full circle moment. And all I'm hoping for right now at this point, after finally Damage Control winning the big one, Dakota shows up. Like, my eyes welled up when Dakota rolled into the ring because all three of them were together. They were hugging, and it's just like a giant middle finger to all these people who said, no, they don't work collectively as a group. No, they do. They just needed this kind of moment to catapult them into the next level. And I'm just hoping that WWE does not make the same mistakes with Iyo Sky that they did with Nikki Cross and Liv Morgan. I'm hoping that Iyo Sky has a very, very strong title run, and they present her as a credible, strong champion out of the gate. They did not do that with Liv Morgan. They did not do that with Nikki Cross. They both dropped the belts within a month or two of winning them. Nikki, unfortunately, has not been able to recover. Thankfully, Liv has. Unfortunately, she's injured right now. But it's going to be interesting to see how they book Iyo, given how the last two Money in the Bank winners have gone for the women's division. As far as LA Knight is concerned, they finally gave him something. Like, they had to give him something. And, man, I never thought a Slim Jim commercial would hit me in all the feels, but here we freaking are, man. Like, LA Knight wins it, and they immediately roll into the new Slim Jim package with this record-breaking sponsorship deal that WWE signed with them. And you got LA Knight and Bianca Belair, and they're mixing in some of the old Macho Man stuff from back in the day. It was really, really well done. LA Knight is, look, he said it during the media scrum last night. He's strapping his own rocket to his back, and his popularity is going to take him to big places. And given how Roman Reigns' title reigns are going, like, I would not be surprised, guys, if the next time that Roman Reigns defends the WWE Universal Championship is against LA Knight at the Royal Rumble.
Wow.
Like, that would be enough time to build up LA Knight as a credible challenger. And given where this Bloodline situation is going, I don't know when Roman Reigns is going to, one, be on television again, because it seems like the central focus is going to be around the Usos now. Jimmy and Jay at odds with one another, probably one-on-one with them at Payback in a month. Maybe you mix Solo Sikoa in there for a triple threat the month after in Indianapolis with Fastlane. The Saudi show, maybe Roman defends there, but I don't know. And then you got Survivor Series. I'm sure the Bloodline will be involved in some kind of multi-man match there. So I don't know if Roman's going to be defending the title again this year, to be completely honest with you. And by the time Royal Rumble rolls around, you're going to have people saying, hey, LA Knight, if he's staying on this trajectory, that's where he's going to go. So we'll see. Let's start simple, though. Let's give him a rivalry. Let's give him a story. They haven't had one of those for him since Bray Wyatt. So it's time to utilize him a little bit better. They finally gave him something. That's good. They can't ignore the crowds anymore.
The Shayna Baszler win last night. I know you got to do an interview with her. What were your thoughts on that match last night and her getting that victory?
Did not translate well with the live audience at all. And it was a match that felt out of place as far as like the flow of the card. And I think it was just a case of nobody really knew what it was and what to expect. Like, nobody really explained what MMA rules match was going to look like. And I assumed it was going to be a kind of blend of professional wrestling and MMA rule, basically a staged MMA fight with a little bit more flair to it. And that's exactly what it was. And it was not bad, in my opinion, at all. I'm not an MMA person. I like story, I like drama, I like suspense, I like build-up. That's why I'm into professional wrestling, because so many times, anytime I watch MMA, it's a lot of hold. Okay, next round, hold, swing and a miss. Oh, and this dude just got knocked out. That was a cool 5 seconds, but man, getting there was just nothing to me. And I've had a hard time grasping that. But those two put in tremendous work. They really told the story well. I would not be surprised with the Endeavor deal if we get more kind of MMA style integration moving forward with WWE and UFC being under the same roof. I do think they need to tweak it. And I don't know how. I don't know what the answer is, like, to improve it. but to tweak it just a little bit to get it to translate better with the live audience, because they were just not into it. And part of that may be that there really wasn't a competitor in the match to get people emotionally invested in, because while Shayna is the hero of the story, she's still technically a heel, and we know how people hate Ronda, so it's like they were trying to get people to cheer for Shayna by going against Ronda, and unfortunately in Detroit, it just didn't work. But I did enjoy the match. I thought they had tremendous chemistry with one another. It's exactly what I wanted to see, but yeah, it just did not go well with the live crowd.
We got a couple more minutes with Rick Ucchino here, and Rick, you were talking about what you thought was the match of the night with Seth Rollins and Finn Balor.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, they were both in the match, so
okay.
I blended them just conveniently. But you feel like the wrong person won the match. Tell us your thoughts on that.
Yeah, so look, the one thing that nobody wanted to come to grips with this rivalry, right, is that as over as Seth Rollins is, and he is one of the top baby faces on Monday night, the hero of this story is Finn Balor. The hero of this whole 7-year arc between Finn Balor and Seth Rollins is the Prince. He is the hero, the good guy in this story, and the good guy should have triumphed in the end. And I just feel like him winning the championship would have not only, finally given him his redemption moment, but it also would have fully put Judgment Day in that Bloodline spot. They have taken over the Bloodline TV time as far as the top faction in WWE, and Rhea Ripley is there as their world champion, but they don't have her defend the title a whole lot. She was one of the people that did not make the card that really upset some people this weekend. And I feel like if you give that win to Finn Balor last night, Judgment Day is now solidified as that top faction. They've officially taken over WWE. And then you can really kind of slow play the story of, okay, well, when is Damian going to turn on Finn Balor? When is that cashing going to happen? When is the Bloodline going to, or excuse me, not the Bloodline, but the Judgment Day, when are they going to implode? When's that turn going to happen? And last night, really, as great as that match was, as captivating as it was, once again, they just made kind of Finn Balor look like a little bit of a dope in that situation where Damian Priest came down. Damian was trying to help him from the get-go, and Finn was just like, no, I don't trust you. And it's like, bro, you just lost the match. Like, let the dude help you win. But man, they sold me down a river on some of those near falls. I thought Seth had it off the stomp. I thought Finn had it off of the coup de grace. And yeah, man, it's instant classic. Those two have great chemistry with one another. It'll be interesting to see where Judgment Day goes from here. But I would have been much happier if Finn walked out with the title. And I know they just put the belt on Seth and they want to establish him as the world champion, but they have so many title reigns that feel like endurance tests lately. Like, not every championship reign needs to be 8 months to a year. Like, I think they really could have done some service to Finn by giving him the World Heavyweight Championship and letting him finally have a run with a title. But regardless, it was still good stuff last night.
Very cool. Well, Rick, I'm glad you had a great time at SummerSlam last night, and a way to get in on the press conference. And real quick, if anybody wants to find you out there, tell them where they can catch you.
Yeah, so the one-stop shop is going to be on Twitter. That's at Rick Ucchino. That is spelled RICKUCCHINO. And that's where you're going to find all my stuff, links, articles, videos for the numerous different things that I do. Like you said, I'm on Fightful, the Collision Post Show for Saturday night. I do articles, op-eds, and interviews for SB Nation, KSideSheets.com, as well as the Believe in Pro Wrestling podcast. If you want to find all those videos, that's BLEAV in Pro Wrestling on YouTube, also available anywhere that podcasts are. And yeah, man, just follow my stuff there. I'm going to be dropping an interview this week from SummerSlam. I haven't decided what it is yet. Maybe I'll see how things shake out on Raw and figure out which one would be the best one to drop this week. But something's coming down the pike for sure.
Awesome. Well, Rick, thank you very much for joining us, and take it easy. Be safe going home, and good luck to your Reds, buddy.
Yeah. So it's not like, let's not talk about it.
Fair enough, pal. Well, thanks for being on the show. We appreciate it, man.
Yep. Take care, guys.
You got it. There you go. Rick Ucchino, everybody. Had a great time at SummerSlam last night.
Sounds like it, man.
Man, it's always a blast. I tell you, I got to go to WrestleMania and met all these guys, and just going to one of these, there's just nothing like it. Nothing like it. Next year, Dave.
Yeah, Philly, man. I'm there.
Yeah, let's go. Rocky, you can come along too.
Absolutely. Live shows, man. I mean, they're incredible. I mean, it's one thing watching them on TV, but when you're live, it's a whole new atmosphere. It's definitely different. So
yeah.
That energy, that community. Yeah, it's fun, man.
It is.
It is fun. And I always got that energy. I'm ready to rock and roll all the time.
Yes, sir, brother.
You betcha. Well, another guy that's got energy that we're going to get on the show here in just a minute, Stu Myrick from Sports Guys Talk Wrestling down there in Austin, Texas.
Watch out now.
I'm sure he's got some thoughts on that SummerSlam-y thing going on. And he was at the Great American Bash for NXT and saw the debacle that took place with Gable Steveson. We're going to ask him about that and a whole lot more. So stick around. We got so much coming on the Mark Hoke Show. Stick around, everybody. If you're looking for an award-winning dining experience at outstanding prices, look no further than Unique Eats. Whether it's their incredible breakfast platters, amazing pastas and sandwiches, or world-renowned pizzas, celebrity chef Dominic Tedesco will have you covered. Check out their coffee and smoothie bar, vegetarian options, catering, and top-flight service. Visit Unique Eats today at 3100 South Durango, Suite 100. Call 702-992-3038 or go to uniqueeatslv.com, and we'll see you all at Unique Eats.
Are you, or do you know a 16 to 18-year-old who is falling behind in school? Do you find yourself struggling to keep up, or perhaps often getting in trouble? That's okay, because you're not alone, and help is available. Battleborn Youth Challenge Academy is a voluntary, tuition-free program open to Nevada students like you. EBYCA uses a military structure to assist in reclaiming lost credits, instill discipline, develop self-reliance, and foster a sense of community. If you are ready to accept the challenge, apply now for the new semester class. Check out the website at battlebornyouthchallenge.org. That's battlebornyouthchallenge.org. Or simply search for Battleborn Youth Challenge Academy. This message sponsored by Battleborn Youth Challenge Academy, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
There is no known safe amount of marijuana use during pregnancy. Marijuana is not safe for pregnant or breastfeeding women and their babies. Everything a mother eats, drinks, or smokes affects her developing baby or enters her breast milk. Just like alcohol and tobacco, using marijuana can have negative effects for your baby. Any form of marijuana may be harmful during pregnancy and while breastfeeding. Marijuana can affect your ability to care for your baby or someone else's baby. It is best for women to quit using while pregnant and breastfeeding. If you are pregnant or a new mother using marijuana, you are urged to seek help to quit. Pregnant women receive priority admission at state-funded treatment centers. Visit SoberMomsHealthyBabies.org. That's SoberMomsHealthyBabies.org or call 211. This message sponsored by the Nevada Division of Public and Behavioral Health, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and the station.
My son stopped talking to me. He didn't want to leave his room.
I didn't feel like talking to anyone. I just wanted to be alone.
I was really worried about my daughter. She was angry all the time.
I felt so depressed.
I was really worried about my daughter.
I couldn't do anything right. I was always getting yelled at.
My son told me he wanted to hurt himself. I was so scared.
I was feeling hopeless. It was all too much.
We needed help.
We needed help.
We needed help.
We needed help.
I needed help.
I called the Mobile Crisis Response Team, and we met with them that same day.
A crisis team came to my house and helped me talk to my parents about how I was feeling.
I called the Mobile Crisis Response Team. They met with us that day.
I talked to them about how I was feeling, and it really helped.
Sometimes understanding what children are experiencing can be difficult. The Nevada Children's Mobile Crisis Response Team provides mental health intervention and support. Learn more at nocrisis.com. This message sponsored by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
In Nevada, anything that goes into the storm drain goes directly to our local waterways, which can pollute Nevada's lakes and rivers. Nevada is the driest state in the nation, and we must work together to preserve our limited water resources for future generations of Nevadans. Here's some waterway wisdom so you can help do your part. Scoop your dog's poop, bag it, and discard it. Clean up yard waste and grass clippings. Wash your car at a car wash or on grass or gravel. Apply pesticides and fertilizers sparingly in your yard. Safely dispose of household chemicals. Clean up leaks and spills. And don't litter. Secure trash in bins. Keep contaminants out of our storm drains. Use waterway wisdom. And remember, only rain should go into the storm drain. Join us in preserving Nevada's waters for future generations by visiting loveenvywaters.com and following us on social media.
This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Transportation, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
1015 FM KDAWN. You're listening to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Vegas, The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Now, here again is Mark Hoke.
And we are back on the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 1015 FM, the talk of Las Vegas. And we're getting ready to be joined here in just a second on the show with Stu Myrick as soon as the guys get back into the studio here. And of course, I just want to remind everybody real quick, if you're looking for something to do at the end of the month, we've got a great event for you. It is the Cauliflower Alley Club Reunion, August 28th through the 30th, and down at the Plaza. And all you need to do if you want to get tickets for that is go to caulifloweralleyclub.org to get your tickets and, be a part of a terrific event. There's some great banquets and seminars and everything happening down there. So we would be thrilled if you could join us on that one. All right. So, and of course, we're back on the show and just waiting for everybody to get back in the seats, and we will get Stu Myrick on the show momentarily as David's back. Welcome back, David. Good to have you. And why don't we put Stu on the live stream and get back on track here?
Rocky got lost in the hallway, man.
It's okay. Well,
it's a big building.
Yeah, well, let's get Stu on the show, shall we?
Let's do that.
All right. So as soon as you hit the magic button, there he is, Stu Myrick.
Hey, all right.
What's up, fellas?
Buddy.
How you doing?
Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Stu, what we got?
Hey. How you doing? How's everything in Las Vegas?
Oh, it is absolutely going great. We are thrilled to have you on, buddy. So, Stu, I wanted to talk to you first real quick about what happened down at the Great American Bash. Because this was a pretty amazing card down there in Austin, but we had a situation with, of course, Gable Steveson. And for those that aren't familiar with Gable, two-time national champion at the University of Minnesota and also an Olympic gold medalist. And he ran into some trouble in that first match that he had with Baron Corbin down there, and the crowd really turned on him. Stu, what happened?
Well, it's funny. So they had the Great American Bash at the HEB Center, Cedar Park, northwest suburb of Austin. I'm about 15 minutes away from the arena, and it was a great show. Fantastic show, a lot of fun. Roxanne Perez, of course, fellow Texan from Laredo. She was great. The whole thing with Gable and Baron Corbin was just it was out of bizarro world. It really was. Austin, when it comes to live, when it comes to wrestling shows, Austin's not one of those cities like Philadelphia or New York or Detroit. They pretty much go with, the fans cheer they cheer the faces and boo the heels. And I don't know what happened. I really don't, because I'm sitting in the arena. They're playing the package on Gable Steveson, like you said, NCAA national champion, Olympic gold medalist. And Baron Corbin, nobody cheers Baron Corbin.
No, they don't.
He's like one of the best heels there is. Right. Just because he's just unlikable. And so they bring, they do the entrance videos. Here comes Baron Corbin. Here comes Gable Steveson. And it was like I'm doing a double take because it is a very mixed reaction for Gable Steveson. He gets to the ring, they start the match, and it's somewhat apparent that this is truly his first match. I don't know how much training he's had, leading up to it. I don't know how much, they ran through the match prior to the event, but it felt like a NXT rookie, a Performance Center rookie that they decided to put on just to see what he would do. I mean, he did okay for a rookie, but it wasn't, it wasn't what you would expect from someone that is again, Olympic gold medalist in wrestling. And as the match went on, the boos for Gable Steveson started getting louder.
Oh,
and then the crazier thing, the cheers for Baron Corbin started getting louder. So, and by the end, they do the double count out, which of course the fans hated. And who wants a double count out? That's like a tie. It's like kissing your sister. It's
okay.
It just was not a good match at all. That was a match. I hope that they go back and try to figure out what happened. I hope that Gable Steveson has not closed the door on Paris in 2024. He needs to go and defend that Olympic gold medal next year in the Olympics. But it was not a good debut, and I really hope I really hope they just keep him off TV for a while. Like I said, maybe just have him concentrate on training for the Olympics. Let him go to the Olympics, play all those packages, about him training for the Olympics and everything, and then after that, maybe bring him back and then start him from scratch and see what they can do, because it was, like I said, that was not a good debut for the Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah, that's got to be rough for them right now, as this is a guy that they've been hyping for a long time since they signed him. He was drafted to Raw right away, and this is this Olympic gold medalist here, and to have the crowd turn on him like that, that's rough, and that's hard to recover from right off the bat.
Well, and the crazy thing was they had him, what was it, 2-3 weeks prior on that NXT Underground. He was seconding Eddie Thorpe. And look, I'm a big fan of Eddie Thorpe, Carl Fredericks from the New Japan LA Dojo. And you saw the flashes. He started, German suplexing everybody that came within an arm's length. And those German suplexes looked fantastic. I mean, it was, grab them, he would release at the right time, and they just looked phenomenal. I'm going, okay, this guy might be ready. He may be ready for the big time. And then, you get to Cedar Park, and wow, it was not the same guy. I don't know what happened. I don't know if maybe the bright lights got to him. It was not the same Gable Steveson we saw, on that NXT Underground segment.
Yeah. So, well, we'll see what happens with that. Stu, we got about like 35 seconds real quick. Give us your impressions of SummerSlam last night.
I'm gonna be the devil's advocate to what Rick was saying in the last segment. I don't see the logic in Jimmy turning on Jay, because you had Jimmy getting beat up after the Usos leave the Bloodline. Jimmy gets beat up by Roman and Solo, and the first time you see him back, he turns on his brother and seemingly rejoins the Bloodline. I'm trying to figure out, okay, where's the logic in that? I don't see it. I get they want to pull out Uso, do some Jimmy versus Jay versus Solo, whatever. It feels like the Bloodline, storyline, while it's still hot, might have jumped the shark that night.
He's with me.
I disagree.
He's with me on that.
But they was talking about, Roman was talking about how it was Jay's fault that all this happened. Yeah, I understand. And so I think it probably sat with him while he was in the hospital there recovering, and it ate at him.
That may be it. We'll see.
Well, Stu, real fast, got about 10 seconds. Tell everybody where we can find you, buddy.
Search all the social media, Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. Podcasts drop by every Wednesday morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, Stu. We certainly appreciate it. Thanks for coming on, buddy. Stu Myrick, everybody.
Thanks,
from
Stu.
Sports Guys Talk Wrestling. And hey, when we come back now, we're going to get a chance to break down SummerSlam. We're going to talk to Rocky T about everything he's got going on with FSW and Headlocks and Hearts, so much more. So stick around for more on the Mark Hoke Show, everybody. We will be right back. And keep following us on our socials at Mark Hoke Show, just pretty much everywhere, and on that live stream too. Thanks for being with us. We'll be back for hour number 2 right after this. Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show, like us on Facebook at The Mark Hoke Show, and visit markhokeshow.com to keep up with everything happening with the show. And remember to check out all of our archive shows on YouTube at The Mark Hoke Show, and download our podcasts at markhokeshow.podbean.com and all your favorite podcast outlets. So join The Mark Hoke Show family today, and thanks for listening.
I know you're frustrated with the hassle and headache of your water softener. Well, ditch your outdated softener for good and trade up to a LifeSource whole home water system. And now is a great time to upgrade. For a limited time, LifeSource is offering a ditch the softener rebate valued up to $1,000 to upgrade to a LifeSource water system. Call 888-725-1181. That's 888-725-1181. Or visit LifeSourceWater.com. Don't miss this opportunity. Call on the source, LifeSource.
Are you shopping for healthcare coverage for a small business? Whether you're renewing a plan or shopping for a new one, the Vegas Chamber Health Plan, backed by Anthem, has many of the advantages usually reserved for a larger organization, like access to care across Nevada at lower cost. Lock in quality health care at budget-friendly prices through July 2024. Go to vegaschamber.com/anthem. Brought to you by the Vegas Chamber in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Understanding the many things in a mother's life affecting her pregnancy is important. You can help improve the health of all mothers and babies in Nevada by completing a pregnancy risk assessment monitoring system survey about your recent pregnancy. Also known as PRAMS, the survey is from the Nevada Division of Public and Behavioral Health and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The survey asks new moms about their experience before, during, and after pregnancy. Responses are confidential and used to help improve the health of mothers and babies in Nevada. If you receive a PRAMS survey, please share your story. Learn more at nvprams.dpbh.nv.gov. That's nvprams.dpbh.nv.gov. This message, sponsored by the Nevada Division of Public and Behavioral Health, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Join the Vegas Chamber today. Being a member of the Vegas Chamber sends a powerful message of credibility and that your business is connected to a larger community of organizations dedicated to ensuring Nevada is a great place to live, work, and do business. Joining the Vegas Chamber and becoming part of the largest business organization in Nevada has never been easier. Grow your business within your budget. Visit vegaschamber.com and join today. Sponsored by the Vegas Chamber in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
You've been wanting to check out that news story that everyone's talking about, but you just can't find the time. That's why the On Deadline podcast is here. We pull together interviews from Odyssey's radio newsrooms across the country and add important context so you can really get the news fast. From wildfires and catastrophes at sea to new laws and presidential candidates, we'll have coast-to-coast coverage for you all in one place. Subscribe to On Deadline on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your podcasts.
KMXB HD3 Henderson, K260HCS Las Vegas. Always live on the free Odyssey app. 1015 FM KDAWN.
Former President Trump on the campaign trail in South Carolina last night. I'm Ann Carrick, Fox News. South Carolina hosting the state's Republican Party at its Silver Elephant Gala.
Virtually every poll, we're kicking Biden's ass. And that's the problem. That's the problem. And if I wasn't, we wouldn't be under investigation by deranged Jack Smith. He's a deranged human being.
The special prosecutor, Jack Smith, announcing 4 charges against the former president in his alleged effort to overturn the 2020 presidential election. A social media influencer accused of inciting a riot Friday in New York City, now released from custody. Thousands of followers surging into Union Square, tossing chairs and climbing on cars. Fox's CB Cotton with what led to chaos.
Tyson Nat, a social media influencer with more than 13 million followers across all of his platforms, announced on Instagram the giveaway would begin at 4 p.m. Friday at New York City's Union Square Park. By 3 p.m., thousands had gathered for the giveaway, which was supposed to include free PlayStation 5s, webcams, headphones, gift cards, and other items. But instead, a ruckus unfolded and no one left with anything. But plenty of people were injured in the crowd after being toppled, and Jeffrey Madry with NYPD said officers were also hurt but stayed to try to get the crowd under control. Madry said he saw at least 4 people taken away in ambulances.
Sanat facing several charges. China and Russia triggering a big response from the Navy after conducting a joint naval operation off the southwest coast of Alaska earlier this week. According to the Wall Street Journal, the Navy sending 4 destroyers to guide 11 Chinese and Russian ships away from American waters. And the U.S. women's soccer team is out of the World Cup, losing to Sweden. America's listening to Fox News.
Stay on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hands.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
5 inches of rain by tomorrow.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com. Connect to Fox News Audio on the Fox News app. Listen to hear your favorite hosts like Brian Kilmeade, Jimmy Fallon, and Guy Benson standing up for what's right, live and via podcast. Just click listen, then swipe right and hear the latest news updates on your time. And scroll down to hear the latest podcasts from Fox News. And it's even easier to listen in the car with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get programming alerts and notifications. Fox News Audio is on the Fox News app. The voices America trusts. Download it now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Las Vegas. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Going bell to bell with the best in professional wrestling news, entertainment, and lots of Sin City surprises from inside the squared circle. Now, let's get to all the exciting pro wrestling action and bring on the host. Here is Mark Hoke.
All right, everybody, welcome back. As soon as boy, Dave, you are off today.
I'm off.
Oh my God.
It's Rocky, man. He keeps distracting me. He's never coming back.
Hey,
never coming
back. It has
back.
nothing to do with me. I'm
No.
not leaving my chair.
You-
I'm right here. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. What's up next?
Oh my God. David Difference throwing Rocky T under the bus.
What's new?
Get under it.
It's okay. It's got to be a big bus, you know. and
Rocky, do you
I'm all good.
is the David Difference a true bus driver? Because he does it to me all the time, man. I got
You know
tired.
what?
I've got
You
permanent
know,
tire tracks on my back.
He tries with me, but you know what? I'm like a semi truck. I just roll over that bus.
There
know
you
what I'm
go.
saying? So
That's how we do it here.
yeah.
Don't.
That's we're on the Mark Hoke Show, everybody. Thanks for being with us here on KDAWN 101.5 FM, the Talk of Las Vegas, streaming on the Odyssey app. So download the app, because not only can you hear us, and you can rewind it. So if you're on the Odyssey app and you missed the first hour of the show, you can just click rewind and go check it out. Plus all the great programming here on KDAWN, stuff like SportsX Radio, by the way, which I'll be doing my thing on there tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
Should have some fun with that, especially with the women's soccer team losing last night.
What is that? Women's soccer team?
Yeah, the U.S. women's team bites the dust. So we'll
Tragic.
be talking about all sorts of stuff there. So that'll be a lot of fun. But download that app. And of course, we're also live streaming the show on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter right now.
Hey, Twitter world.
So at Mark Hoke Show, all 3 of them. That's all you got to do. So if you want to check us out on live stream, feel free to do that as well. I'm Mark Hoke, the David Difference,
And Rocky T.
and Rocky T. from future stars of wrestling.
Let me talk about Rocky real quick. If just give me a quick second to hype this guy up. Like he is one like rough exterior, like loud, boisterous, just something else. But this guy has got one of the biggest hearts and just one of the nicest people I've met. And I am honored to call you a friend, man. We bonded, we built this friendship, and Rocky T, I got nothing but love for you.
Same goes here, Dave. I mean, we talk a lot of crap on each other, but really, I mean, you're a great guy, and the pleasure really was all mine. So we hit it off right from day one. So
tell some more great stories about me.
Well, you know what? I mean, listen.
Come on.
I mean, it's true. Dave has a big heart. I mean, some of the things he does with the community and wants to do with the community is just outstanding. And we're going to talk a little bit about that coming up soon. And, I'm excited. So, Dave has a big heart. There's no doubt about it. Sometimes I want to put him in a headlock, but we'll get to that.
Right. Well, I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think with Dave, I just want to bypass the headlock and just drop him.
You know what? Here's the thing.
One good haymaker.
Dave's not really a little dude.
No,
Dave
would mess me up.
He's a pretty good sized guy.
That's what she said.
So
wow.
Yeah. That's what she said.
Well, come on.
Of course, Dave's got to reach down to hit me, so that'll be.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You're no little dude either, man. I'm gonna tell you what. If I hit you, I'd have to hit you a couple times to drop you. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
I mean, you're short, but man, you're a stocky little man. I'm gonna tell you what.
I got used to having to learn how to handle things.
Yeah,
we'll just say that.
Yeah, you got some big arms on you. There's no doubt about it. I don't know, man. I think twice myself.
Okay, I appreciate that.
I'm a smart guy.
Then 24-centimeter biceps.
Wow.
Now, yeah, Mark's. Why are we always talking about fighting each other? We should.
Because
it's fun.
Because that's what friends do.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, let's scrap it out. Last segment. Let's all fight.
There'll be a match sometime, somewhere down the road.
Yeah,
hey, we could do that. We could do a 3-way.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we could book it now.
Future
stars of wrestling.
Let's do a 6-man.
Okay,
who else we got?
Us 3 on to 3 other guys. How about that?
I'm down.
Who's the other 3 guys?
Well, I don't know. We can figure it out.
We just picking people. I don't want you guys on my team.
I
don't want you guys on my team.
Wow, fine.
Yeah. Let me go on my own.
I was thinking we picked the 3 baddest guys in FSW.
Yeah, I don't want you guys on my team for that.
And we convinced them to lay down for us.
Yeah, there you go.
We pay them a little extra loot.
Rocky,
make us look good.
There we go.
Actually, I do want a team with you guys. Good strategy there.
Right?
I don't want to. No, you're off. You bailed. You're out.
All right.
You can go team with I don't know who can we put him with, Rocky.
I'll be with.
I'm trying to think of some.
Joe,
you like the Suavecitos. You can go with the Suavecitos.
There you go, Suavecitos.
Oh, those are my guys. Well, they disrespected the Bay, so I like they're canceled to me.
We're calling Hammerstone up and finishing the job.
There you go. Or Graves even. I mean, Graves would
be good too.
Yeah, Graves would be great.
I say you and I just sit back and let Graves take care of business.
You're saying I got replaced from this?
No, you replaced yourself.
Yeah.
You said you didn't want to team with us. So
we'll let him team with us.
You're
but
out.
When he goes to tag us in, we'll just, you got this, Dave.
Yeah, there you go.
Walk off.
Yeah, you got it.
We'll Ricky Morton him. Anyway, best in pro wrestling news and
Rick
entertainment.
and Morty.
No, Ricky Morton. Just let you in there and take the beating for 20 minutes.
Yeah, thanks.
Anyway, so we are, of course, covering the world of pro wrestling here on the Mark Hoke Show, and just so much great stuff happening all week long. But of course, SummerSlam last night, guys, and I want to go through these matches and talk about that. And of course, we're also going to talk about Dave's new charity, Headlocks and Hearts during the show. So that's coming up as well. This show, we haven't even mentioned this match yet, and I thought it was pretty awesome last night. Ricochet and Logan Paul, duking it out last night,
crazy,
and they looked great.
Yeah, Logan Paul, man, I'm gonna tell you what. At first, I was a little, what is this guy doing? But the more I see him, I'm just like, I love it. I mean, I really do. It's crazy. He's crazy.
He'll do anything.
He'll do anything. That's what's crazy.
Dave, what do you think of these guys last night?
No, I think it was a great way to start off the show. And like their talents, I mean, combined just was made for a great match. And like you said, like initially when he came in, you're like, this guy.
Right.
And I'm not a follower on YouTube or whatever, but like the amount of work that he put into it, the athleticism, he understands the character building. Like he gets it.
He gets it.
And
He
then-
does.
Yeah, and it just
gets
made for a hell of a match. Like he understands Brandon and how to control the crowd. But the athleticism and the stops that they pull out as well is like, oh wow, yeah, it's something. So him and Ricochet, yeah, it was just that was a great way to start it off. The crowd was hyped and so many dope spots happening on there, man.
Yeah,
I love that match.
The ending was a little Didn't like the brass knucks with the buddy at the end.
Well,
but that's good. But
that's
was
part of it. He, it was almost a have to. You know what I mean? I mean, really. So
Yeah, like super heel move.
yeah, super heel
I
move,
liked
man,
it. And like
you
when I
know?
seen it, I was like, oh yeah, that's some heel stuff. So.
Right.
yeah, we're gonna see that again. And boy, I hope Samantha Irvin gives him a kick in the huevos. That's what I'm hoping happens at some point. But I will say, by the way, in the lead up, he could have said some really nasty things and he kind of held back, which
He did.
was probably a good thing.
Yeah.
You don't need to totally get into that, I think.
Right.
'Cause-
Nah, he teased around it.
Because I know what I would have said if it were me.
What would you have said? Cut a promo.
Well, I would have said something along the lines, where he talked about her saying his name, announcing it as the winner.
Mhm.
He could have saying, well, you know what, your girl's going to be saying my name on Saturday night, all night long, or something like that. And really could have taken that to another level.
Yeah,
he
well-
didn't do it, but Samantha seems too nice. So.
There's kids watching.
Yeah, but pretty good match there. Well, then we had Cody
You're a
Rhodes.
villain.
We had Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar, and Brock just beating the living hell out of Cody for most of the match.
Doing what Brock does. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what Brock Lesnar does. I mean, I don't care who he's in the ring with, Great match, though. I got to tell you, at the end, the hugs, the kisses. I mean, there's a lot of respect there.
Yeah.
I mean, and you got to love that. That's, I mean, come on.
Yeah, David, what did you think of this one? I have some opinions on it.
Yeah. My thought going into this was like it has to be a super decisive win for Cody. I mean, just based on the trilogy that has been happening. And yeah, the whole thing, he was just getting his ass whooped, and I was like, okay. And then finally towards the end, like he got his comeuppance. But I think the powerful thing was they talked about getting the rub from Brock Lesnar at the end with the embrace and everything. And Triple H talking about like go back in Lesnar's history, you will never see him do that.
Right.
So this is like
Never
huge. And I
see
was like,
that.
yeah,
That was
I
huge.
get that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think part of how the match played out, was some of that respect, but at the same time, I will say this: Brock Lesnar looked soft.
What?
And here's why I'm going to say that, because would Brock? You remember the Brock Lesnar John Cena match, guys, where he buried John Cena?
Yeah, of course.
Just ripped him to shreds and never stopped.
Yep.
He stopped with Cody. He kept throwing him out of the ring and saying, "Get out of here, give up." The old Brock Lesnar would not have done that. He would have destroyed Cody Rhodes and ended the match, just the way you would write the match. So that one. So I mean, I appreciate show respect, but that was kind of a different, softer version of Brock Lesnar.
Right. It definitely shifted like his energy from what it used to be. But I also looked at it as like, I'm sure Brock's not looking at it like I got a lot more title runs in me.
Well,
or,
he
you
has
know,
nothing
so
to prove.
Yeah.
I mean, what
So I
is
think
what
he's
does Brock got to
transitioning
prove?
into that.
He doesn't. Yeah. I
Yeah, let's
mean,
just talk over each other
yeah.
and then, nah.
That's-
but I think that sorry about that. But I do think that, like, yeah, I saw that transition in his attitude and everything that we didn't normally see. But I think that he's probably in a place also in his career where he's like, I'm gonna make sure people get their shine on my way out.
Yeah. So, no, like, I don't know. Maybe a little baby face Brock Lesnar kind of hugging kumbaya dude. It's all good. He can go back to South Dakota and have a good old, or Canada, wherever he's farming, and have a great old time. But yeah, so Cody Rhodes, big win for him last night. The Battle Royal, and we've been talking a little bit about LA Knight, of course, a FSW pupil.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you, I was ecstatic. When LA, let's go back. Sean Ricker, Book of Rickerisms. When this guy first came to Future Stars of Wrestling, I was like floored, man. This guy came in. He not only did he look great, he could wrestle. I mean, it was just he was fantastic all the way around. So when he got signed, I was like, wow, okay, now somebody's finally going to do something special with him. You know, it just incredible for him. You know, the sky's the limits. I mean, it really is. So I was proud. I mean, and to have, you know, he's up on our wall at FSW because he is one of the alumni. You know, he's a good dude too. I mean, you sit down, talk to him, and you know, you know, he has so much knowledge in the wrestling business, and the guy can not only, like I said, can he talk, this guy can wrestle. You know, I mean, he eats right, he trains. I mean, just, you know, all around athlete. So last night was special for FSW. You know, to see him, you know, do what he did. You know, kudos. So,
David, what did you think about the battle royal overall, though?
I think like with any battle royal, it's whatever. But I mean, unless there's like a huge story, we knew going into this. Like when we talked about it last week, it was like, who's in the battle royal? I don't know. And it said Sheamus and LA Knight, and we were like, oh, okay, so that's gonna be the whole cusp of what's happening here. So I mean, it was whatever. I mean, obviously to see him go over, but again, we expected that. And I think that wrestling fans want what they expect all the time, or else they're not happy. And then when you get it, you're like, it was whatever, you know?
Yeah, the only and you know, I mentioned last week that I was tired of seeing him lose, and it's good that he finally got a decent win. But you know, it's a battle royal.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
let's
a
get
battle
him
royal,
let's get him
yeah.
into a feud with somebody. That
Well, that's what they need to do. There's no
and-
doubt about it. He hasn't had one. He needs a good storyline to push him to that next level. Let's hope that they get it and they do what they got to do. You know, sometimes they just drop the ball, man. I mean, it's just like with Cross. I mean, they dropped the ball with Cross. They really did. I feel they did.
Yeah.
You know, they got to start doing the right thing. You know, and they're just lacking. I don't know what's going on, and you know.
But then also there's a such thing as patience. Like again, everybody wants what they want right now. It's like there's a build. They already even said was like, okay, after SummerSlam, we're going to give this guy a push. If you listen to the commentary team, the way they put him over, it's like they're not blind to it. There's been situations where they don't even address how over somebody is. But, you know, with the commercials, with everything that he's got, they are well aware of what's happening. Even him being on the press conference yesterday was like, they know that people want to hear from him. They hear the reaction. From what I hear, he's got top 4 out of 5 merch sales for t-shirts. It's insane. There is no way they're denying it. So watch where it goes. I just want to see where it goes. You know, who's that feud going to be with?
Yeah, and I do hope that at some point he gets into the world title picture. And it would have been fun to see him take the U.S. title for a while and have a nice run with that too, but they knocked him out of that tournament. So we'll see. But, you know, pretty happy for LA Knight as he finally gets a good win. We talked about the Shayna Baszler Ronda Rousey match a little bit earlier, but I'm happy for Shayna, and I hope she gets a run. I would love to see her taking on Rhea Ripley. I think that would be a terrific battle to see those two going at it again. Of course, they duked it out in NXT, and you know, to let those two, you know, and go at it. And Shayna physically is the kind of person that can hang with Rhea. So I think I would love to see those two get back in a long, extended feud. I really would. Dave?
Yeah, I'd be up for that. I mean, talking about the match last night, it's like my comment here was whack.
Wow.
The crowd, I mean, that's when the crowd, like, you know, depleted, and the match, it brought nothing to the table.
Well, Rocky, I want to ask you about that, because when you have a different kind of match like that, where you're doing it under they say MMA rules, and it wasn't explained super well, and then you're kind of doing some things differently that don't play that well with a wrestling crowd. You know, how difficult is a match like that to have thrown out there and get the fans into it?
It's a hard build. I mean, we did Natural Born Killers quite a few times where we mixed the wrestling and the MMA together, but we had to build it. I mean, literally, we had to build it, and the first one was incredible. You know, if throwing that match in the middle those summers. I mean, come on. That's a tough one for the crowd to get into, you know. There was no sell for it. So I just don't think that you know, I personally I hated it. I just like, you know, everybody hates Ronda. It's like, okay, you know, MMA and wrestling, it really, you know, we've trained a few MMA guys to be wrestlers, and it's just a different world. It really is. And me personally, I don't like the mix of it. I really don't. You know, I want to see some great wrestling. That's what I want to see. I want to see great stories, you know, and there just wasn't anything there for me.
Yeah, I mean, they cut those. If they'd have cut those promos that they did on Monday Night Raw,
right?
You know, a couple of weeks earlier,
sure,
man, that would have been huge for the buildup on this match. But they kind of, it all got really rushed, and you know,
Right.
but you know, but I'm happy for Shayna. I always liked her in the ring, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with her. We need to get a break in, guys, and then we're going to finish SummerSlam and get into a little bit of AEW as we've got a new champ out there and some matches announced for All In finally. So that's pretty exciting. And of course, we're also going to talk Headlocks and Hearts with my buddy David Difference, who's hanging out over there. And of course, Rocky T in the house. Big announcement for you guys, and I'm excited about that. Right, David?
Amen, brother.
Yeah. So stick around, everybody. We've got a whole lot more on the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 101.5 FM, the talk of Las Vegas. It's the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. We appreciate you taking a little time out of your Sunday morning to join us. David Difference, Rocky T, and I'm Mark Hoke. Stick around, everybody. We've got a whole lot more coming up after the break.
Your passion to serve could make a world of difference to nonprofit organizations in your local community. Organizations across Nevada are looking to fill board and committee positions with professionals like you who care about local community needs. Board Connect is a new service matching your unique talents with organizations working on issues that are important to you. In this virtual hub, there are hundreds of nonprofits whose work supports essential services and programs. Nevada Volunteers and its partners created Board Connect for individuals and communities striving for bright futures. Take a moment to register. Your service will be a meaningful investment in others and yourself. Board Connect is easy to use, and best of all, it's free. For more information and to register, go to nevadavolunteers.org. That's nevadavolunteers.org. This message, sponsored by Nevada Volunteers and Volunteers Generation Fund, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Youth and young adult, education, employment, behavioral and mental health. Find resources for youth in your community. Free and confidential help is here 24/7. Download the Youth app for yourself, a friend, or your family. Text your zip code to 898-211. Call 211, visit nevada211.org, or chat with a specialist on our website. Get connected. Get help.
This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
On Facebook, I saw someone posted...
It's going to turn you into a zombie.
Created by the government.
They're going to plant a chip into your body.
It's the mark of the beast.
This is fake.
This information is just about as bad as the pandemic itself.
This information is easy. You don't see the harm it does.
COVID taught us
health matters. Stop the spread of misinformation.
Health matters. Visit nmhec.org. This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, Office of Minority Health and Equity, and aired in cooperation by the Nevada Broadcasters Association and the station.
There is one word that is consistent throughout the entire state of Nevada: community. As our state continues to grow, now more than ever, Nevadans are pulling together to help, support, and pitch in. If you or someone you know is looking to get more active in your community, Nevada Volunteers can help. NevadaVolunteers.org is an easy way to find volunteer opportunities in your area with organizations that share your passion. From working with animals, art and culture, children, or disaster relief, NevadaVolunteers.org is the gateway to many community organizations who can benefit from someone like you. Looking to help out the environment? How about equality and social justice or health and hunger issues? NevadaVolunteers.org has a full listing of volunteer opportunities in your area. To learn more about volunteering, visit NevadaVolunteers.org. This message, sponsored by Nevada Volunteers, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Get ready for one of the most exciting and interactive events on the pro wrestling calendar. The 57th annual Cauliflower Alley Club reunion at the Plaza in Las Vegas. Meet some of your all-time professional wrestling favorites. Check out the wrestling memorabilia. Participate in terrific seminars and star-studded events, including Tuesday and Wednesday night CAC awards and dinner nights. Visit caulifloweralleyclub.org and get your tickets and membership today. That's caulifloweralleyclub.org.
1015 FM KDAWN.
This is the Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
What was that?
Rocky's crazy, man.
Somebody hock a loogie in there?
Yeah, that was probably Rocky.
Oh man, the best of the pro wrestling news and entertainment and loogie hocking on KDAWN 1015 FM.
Why not?
Here,
Why not?
Here on, well, because it sounds terrible on the Mark Hoke Show.
That's all Dave. That's all Dave. Dave the difference.
Yes, sir. I'm Mark Hoke, the David Difference. Rocky T joined us as well from Future Stars of Wrestling as we just keep rolling through an unbelievable week in pro wrestling. And but before we do that, I just want to remind everybody real quick, guys, we all need some help with some things sometimes. We get a little older.
Ooh.
Stuff happens.
Oh,
well,
people.
All
right,
I think he's talking about you, Dave.
I'm superhuman. He ain't talking about me.
I'm pretty sure he is.
I don't know. You could use a little hair restoration.
Nah, I'm good, man.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, but
me, all right.
But the aging thing gets to us sometimes, right? And things happen, and that's what Infinite Wellness LV is here to help out with. And by the way, Jenny Santana, who runs Infinite Wellness, is one of the owners.
Yes.
Going to be on the show with us next week.
Oh yeah.
So we're really excited to have her on. But they do occupational therapy, massage therapy, hair restoration, erectile dysfunction, Botox for, and the ladies. You can go in here too. I mean, they take care of the ladies as well. Facelifts, cryotherapy, weight loss, which Jenny's working with me a little bit, which I certainly appreciate.
Thank God. I mean, that's wonderful.
He said that. Ah, damn. Yeah.
Was that a commercial you just did?
I'm trying.
Wow, you did a great job.
Well, if I can finish it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't attack them during the plug.
Wow. But it's a great Jenny will be, and the team in there will be glad to help you out. Great doctor in there, Dr. Caprio, a terrific dude. Head on over there. You go to infinitewellness.info. Check out the website, and of course, pay him a visit. It's 8925 West Post Road, Suite 100 here in Las Vegas. Phone number is 702-842-2244, 702-842-2244. That's 702-842-2244. Infinite Wellness LV. And once again, if you want to just make an appointment, get over there, infinitewellness.info. Man, just make yourself a little bit better. You may be pretty good.
Yeah. No,
but everyone can stand a little improvement.
Amen.
So check them out.
Yeah. Great place. And we were talking during the break. Markets helped you with your ED, and like you're a new man. You feel like a new man. I can tell, man. You're glowing different. You're glowing different, man. You're losing weight. Like everything is happening, man.
It is a great place.
I'm proud of you.
It is a great place, and they definitely
can you guys see me on the live stream on that? There we go.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I'm proud of you.
That is not an issue for me. I can honestly say that. But yeah, check them out. Infinite Wellness LV. All right, back to SummerSlam. Gunther and Drew McIntyre. I personally love this match. I know, David, you were complaining and whining about it, that you didn't like it. I enjoy these hard-hitting matches. Man, Gunther and Drew looked like they had a cheese grater run over him by the time this match was over.
Mm-hmm.
I got a kick out of it. Gunther gets the victory last night, so it looks like the Honky Tonk Man record is finally going to fall after all these years. David, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's interesting again how we're talking about like these lengthy title runs, and you had talked about it as like, are they trying to erase the past? But I think that like it's been so long since you've had these long runs, is like you kind of got to bring in the newer school of that and like update, because it's a whole different ball game now. So I kind of understand what they're doing. I not a Drew McIntyre guy, so I wasn't hyped on the match, but it was brutal, as far as these two big brutes slugging it out. So it was good in that regards. But again, that was kind of the one. Did we talk about this yesterday? I think yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, I gave you a
We
call.
were firing back and forth.
Yeah, and was like, yeah. I mean, it was good. I wanted to see Gunther win, and he did. And I think that it's interesting to see what happens next. Wouldn't that be an interesting feud with LA Knight?
That would be.
Yeah,
That would be. And I don't know if you saw Raw, but Chad Gable did a little 5-minute challenge with Gunther. And when I had interviewed Chad at WrestleMania, I brought that up. That I would love to see those two really get into it. I know they did a match afterwards and Gunther took him out. But man, I'll tell you, Gable and Gunther really going at it. That would be fun. Rocky, what do you think about Gunther?
I like him. I mean, I thought it was great. I like those big hitting, pounding matches, man. I really do. Always have, So I think it was a great match. They both brought it. They gave us what we wanted to see, and I mean, what else could you ask for?
Absolutely. Well, then we go to Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Boy, what am I doing with those two today? That's the second time now I'm putting the names together. Seth Rollins, Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm going to say this. I am totally on the side of Rick Ucchino from the last hour.
Okay.
I think the wrong guy won this match last night.
I agree.
Really do.
I agree.
And the assessment of Finn looking like a dope last night, I think they have really done some damage to Finn Balor after this, after all the promos and everything building up to this and the 7 on the shoulder and everything else. They made him look like a moron because he blew it twice last night. Twice. And I'm worried about, he's probably going to get kicked out of Judgment Day. And Judgment Day, who knows what's going to happen with them now because now their leader's going to be gone.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Hard to recover from that.
Yeah. David, what'd you think?
Well, I hear what you're saying, but I think if you look at the psychology, take away this scripted thing, but if you're in that character of Finn Balor, here's a guy you're not trusting too much. You don't know what his plans are, so I understood him trying to alleviate him from the match and tell him to, just get away because he didn't want anything to do with it. So I understand the psychology behind that, but I think it was a good match. I love the ending, on the case. It just the way that spot set up and, got the pin. I enjoyed the whole match top to bottom. You say the wrong person won. I think that would have been definite redemption, but how many times have we seen when, you talk about Cody Rhodes too, is oh, this is the match where they're supposed to win and they don't, I think again, it's long form storytelling.
I understand that. I think it would have been more fun if Finn would have won the title and then you've got Damian Priest over his shoulder. I even wouldn't have minded if you were going to dump Finn wins and then Priest cashes in on him and they turn on him there.
Right. That would have been good.
That would have been
good.
That would have been pretty interesting too. Right. And then have put Finn in the chase on that.
Yeah.
That I think would have really done something for Finn's character. I think they really hurt Finn Balor last night, but
I just think two cash-ins one night. You got to you can't give everybody everything every time. You can't. You got to draw it out. But I could see I would like to see that. I was waiting for something to happen. But roll with. I like the match. As far as the match, was it not a great match?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
great match.
I'm a journeyman. In life, I'm not waiting. End destination is death. Let's not get there so quickly. Let's enjoy this journey. Let's smell the flowers. Let's smell the tobacco and
tobacco,
whatever it is, whatever you're into, whatever you like to smell, man. Let's smell it and enjoy the journey.
Smell that smell. Smell the glove, baby.
Yeah.
Smell the glove. It's a Spinal Tap reference. In case you didn't get that one.
I didn't.
Asuka, Charlotte, and Bianca Belair. Pretty solid match. Bianca gets the win plus Tree Fitty. Give me my roses on that one. I called that. And then Iyo Sky cashes in and walks out with the WWE Women's Championship.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty exciting moment for Iyo Sky. Great talent, and I just absolutely love watching her go. And it's going to be fun to see her with a championship title. But I'm interested to see where the other three end up now. This is this is going to be some quality entertainment
gonna be
because the
good.
business ain't done there. That's for
No,
sure.
that's for sure.
Dave, what'd you think about that one?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well,
That's
that
it?
was,
I was
you
gonna say,
know,
I mean, I enjoyed the cash in. The match, I wasn't hyped on like who do I want to win this match. I wasn't invested in either of them. Like I love Charlotte. I don't know. And then Bianca comes crawling back to do. I'm over it. The crowd didn't seem too into it at all. And I was noticed by the gang of people that was watching it at the Dave Cave, and we were like, everybody's dead. And then the cash in, we were like, okay, cool, something happened.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where the three of them go. I would love to see a lot of Charlotte and Bianca. Get really the two best athletes in pro wrestling and let them duke it out for a while. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And then you kind of renew the old rivalry with Iyo and Asuka. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down.
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
I think that'll be a lot of fun.
But Bianca, is her popularity waning a little bit?
I think she needs to turn.
I think so too. I agree.
Right. And I think anybody heel. I mean, I'm a heel guy.
You
man.
are a heel guy.
Yeah, 100%. Like I think I was traumatized by Hogan. Like when I was a kid, babyface all day. Now that
what happened to you?
Now that I'm an adult and life has treated me rough, I understand, man. I understand. People will do you wrong. You got to strike first.
Fair enough. Mark Hoke, the David Difference, and Rocket T from Future Stars Wrestling joining us. And then, of course, we have the main event, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, which all hell breaks loose in this match. Roman and Jey are going at it. Jey looks like he's on the verge of winning, and then Solo shows up. Solo beats up Jey, but then Roman spears Solo, and Solo's mad at Roman and won't help Roman for a little bit. But then he decides to beat Jey up anyway. And then Jimmy Uso shows up just when Jey looked like he was going to get the fall and become the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. So now the brothers are going at it, and Roman walks out with the title and remains tribal chief. David is clapping.
Yep.
I have no problem with Roman winning this match, but like I said, I just think this thing is getting convoluted. And it's funny because, Rick liked it when we had Rick Ucchino on. Stu Myrick said, jump the shark.
Yeah, jump the shark is the wrong terminology. That did not happen.
I wonder about that. Like I said, I think you may be complicating this a little bit too much. I really do, but I guess we see what happens over the next couple of weeks on TV, but I don't know. I just see too many, it's like there's too many arrows going in different directions.
Nah, I mean, you talk about Roman Reigns, does he take some time back off? I mean, any good storytelling, you talk about Sopranos, one of the greatest episodes was Pine Barrens, where it was Chrissy and Polly, and they went off into the snow and the woods together and just had this adventure. Now they got this beef over certain things and almost killed each other. Like, it's just another part of the story that's leading somewhere else. There's just so many nuances and different prongs to this thing. It's like, jump the shark, give me a break.
Wow.
And jump the shark is like something's a done deal. There's no, now I'm seeing the brothers about to fight. We can have a three-way with Solo and all three brothers going at it. And Roman Reigns just sitting back like, all right, y'all handle that. I'm holding on to my title. So many different avenues this could take. Did not jump the shark. I'll tell you when it jumps a shark.
Wow.
I'll tell you.
They've been on top for so long. This storyline for me is like, how much further can we bring this? I mean, is this really what people want to see? Yes. I mean, okay.
Are you saying no?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think they can go a lot of different ways. I like I said, I'm just, it's crazy. I mean, as far as they've gotten so far, I mean, I've been at the edge of my seat quite a few times. Like, oh crap, what the heck is going on here? You know what I mean? So I just hope that they can deliver, what my expectations are. Really, that's kind of where I'm at. You know what I mean?
I will just say, tread lightly, guys.
Nah,
so it doesn't get too crazy. Just keep the focus where it's supposed to be.
Well, we even talked yesterday. It's like we expected, or earlier, we expected somebody to come up, Rikishi, whoever. That hasn't happened. I'm sure that can play into it. And just watching the little things when the crowd was booing Roman, his facial reaction to it, it's like it's taking him back to when they really used to hate this guy and boo him all the time. Like, and that whole acknowledge me thing came about. It's like you could tell that that's still festering inside of him, you know. And it's like it's a beautiful thing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. By the way, can Roman speed things up just a little bit? That was one of the other thing that bothered me about the match. Was Roman was just taking way too long between activities, shall we say?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just playing to the crowd a little too much. I mean, I get it, but you know, and you're trying to rub it in his face, but at the same time, you know, we could have cut 5 minutes out of that match.
Tribal chief.
Yeah, he is a tribal chief, so we acknowledge him, let him do what he wants to do. Real fast before we head to break, because I want to make sure we have plenty of time for you guys making your announcements and talking about what you've got going on. We did get a new AEW Women's Champion, Hikaru Shida, on the AEW Dynamite 200 show. Wins the title because, of course, the whole thing with Jamie Hayter not being able to wrestle. Now we've got Shida, and I'm going to bet Saraya will be challenging it all in. But that was a very nice win for Hikaru Shida, who kind of carried the women's division in AEW through the pandemic. She gets another shot at the belt, at least for a little while. And so I would imagine we'll see that all in. And then, of course, we've got MJF and Adam Cole. Friends forever.
Garbage.
Friends forever. But
Garbage.
they will be facing off at All In the main event there for that title. And it looks like we're going to get FTR and the Young Bucks at All In. So that card, guys, starting to come together as we're nearing selling out Wembley Stadium for AEW. What'd you think, David, about where this is all headed?
I think that, it's shaping up to be a good card, you know, and we'll go from there. But we're not going to talk about your boy whipping Ricky Steamboat like a government meal.
Oh, Ricky Starks is a bad boy on Collision.
Yeah, what the
man,
hell?
that show's fun.
It is.
Collision is turning out, and a lot of people were kind of like, you know, it's another AEW show on Saturday night. Collision is turning into must-see TV. This is a very good show, and you know, I'm getting a kick out of it. And it's nice to see some good wrestling on Saturday night.
Yeah, it's like AEW is good at having like pay-per-view style matches on TV on the weekday. Like it's an event when they have it. WWE is good at doing lead-ups, but AEW is like pay-per-view style matches on a regular Wednesday or Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. I mean, you know, and Rocky, I'm sure, you know, as a guy who works in an independent company, that you're excited to see all these opportunities for everybody and a lot of different guys getting shots. We've seen a lot of different people from FSW making appearances on AEW, and you know, I would imagine that trend's going to continue if FSW keeps up the good work.
It is. I mean, that's what I like about AEW. You know, they're taking the future, the past, they're, you know, the independence, and they mix it all up, and that's what's so great about AEW. And I think they're giving opportunities to some of these great wrestlers out there that WWE won't even look at. Let's face the facts. And then they're surprising us. They're like, oh, wow, he's actually really, really good.
Mhm.
She's really, really good. You know, so I'm excited to see what they keep bringing us. You know, so I wasn't a big fan at first, but the more I see, the more I like, you know, so.
Well, we're getting ready for a big show. That's going to be August 27th, AEW All In, and we'll be watching that right after our show because they announced start time 10 a.m. Pacific. So get ready for some breakfast at Wembley for all of us. All right, let's take our break, and when we come back, I know you guys have some very special stuff that you want to talk about.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to fire that up. I'll hit the right button and we'll head to break. So stick around, everybody. We've got more on the Mark Hoke Show. The David Difference and Rocky T sitting in with us today. We certainly appreciate him going for the ride, because he is a rider. We know that.
Hey, you know, I'm happy to be here.
We're thrilled to have you. Stick around, everybody. Got a whole lot more on the Mark Hoke Show. Stick around.
Infinite Wellness can help you achieve your goals and look and feel your best. Our regenerative medicine clinic utilizes stem cell and exome therapy. We also have a comprehensive weight loss program and numerous other services you can find on our website at infinitewellness.info. We're located at 8925 West Coast Road, Suite 100, right across from IKEA. You can book your appointment today by calling us at 702-842-2244 or find us on social media at infinitewellness.lv. We'd love to be a part of your journey.
Home delivered meals, prescription assistance, utility assistance, disability services. Find resources for seniors in your community. Free and confidential help is here 24/7. Download the app. Text your zip code to 898-211. Call 211. Visit nevada211.org or chat with a specialist on our website. Get connected. Get help.
This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, I'm Diana. As a veteran, I know that for many servicemen and women, the battle doesn't always end when they come home. Because I too struggle with the invisible wounds of service. Thankfully, I found American Humane's Pups for Patriots program, which brought Sam into my life. Before being paired with Sam, I didn't get out of bed for most days. Pups for Patriots and Sam literally changed my life. Now I'm able to go to the store without having a panic attack. I'm finally able to live my life the way I want to live it. Pups for Patriots provides trained service dogs to veterans like me at no cost. If you're a veteran or know a veteran struggling with post-traumatic stress or traumatic brain injury, please go to AmericanHumane.org to learn about their Pups for Patriots service dog program. Let's give our veterans a fighting chance.
A message from American Humane.
Hey Nevadans, prescriptions can be expensive. Let the Array RX discount card be your solution. Now available to all Nevada residents. Simply sign up for free. Show your pharmacist your digital card and save money. Receive discounts of up to 80% on certain medications. There are no age or income restrictions, and it only takes a minute to enroll, so you can get back to doing what makes you happy.
This message funded by a grant through the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
The Wick Farmers Market Nutrition Program promotes purchasing locally grown fresh fruits and vegetables. Attending the farmers market is a fun way for families to shop for a variety of produce. Households participating in the Nevada Women, Infants, and Children Program, commonly known as WIC, may be eligible to receive coupon vouchers for the purchase of fresh fruits and vegetables at participating farmers markets. Each active WIC participant may receive $30 for each WIC farmers market. Coupons may be used through September 30th. Call your local WIC clinic today to see if you qualify, or go to nevadawic.org and click the farmers market banner for more information. That's nevadawic.org, sponsored by the Nevada WIC Program, Division of Public and Behavioral Health, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station. The Farmers Market Nutrition Program is an equal opportunity provider.
Are you, or do you know a 16 to 18-year-old who is falling behind in school? Do you find yourself struggling to keep up, or perhaps often getting in trouble? That's okay, because you're not alone, and help is available. Battleborn Youth Challenge Academy is a voluntary, tuition-free program open to Nevada students like you. EBYCA uses a military structure to assist in reclaiming lost credits, instill discipline, develop self-reliance, and foster a sense of community. If you are ready to accept the challenge, apply now for the new semester class. Check out the website at battlebornyouthchallenge.org. That's battlebornyouthchallenge.org. Or simply search for Battleborn Youth Challenge Academy. This message sponsored by Battleborn Youth Challenge Academy, aired in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
If you're looking for an award-winning dining experience at outstanding prices, look no further than Unique Eats. Whether it's their incredible breakfast platters, amazing pastas and sandwiches, or world-renowned pizzas, celebrity chef Dominic Tedesco will have you covered. Check out their coffee and smoothie bar, vegetarian options, catering, and top-flight service. Visit Unique Eats today at 3100 South Durango, Suite 100. Call 702-992-3038 or go to uniqueeatslv.com, and we'll see you all at Unique Eats.
1015 FM KDAWN.
You're listening to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Vegas, The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Now, here again is Mark Hoke.
And we are back on the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 101.5 FM Talk of Las Vegas. Best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. And David Difference here, of course, and Rocky T as well.
Yes,
and David, I want to turn the floor over to you because you have a very special announcement.
Yeah, and I appreciate the time for this, man. So, like, in life, it's all about purpose and passion, man. Like, and wrestling is a passionate business, and we are working on something big. And as we're building it up, I just definitely want to get people involved. And one of those people was Rocky T, because he has a beautiful story. So we are creating a nonprofit called Headlocks and Hearts, which is a tag team partnership of pro wrestlers and communities committed to making a difference. Our mission is simple: to be champions of change in the community through volunteering, doing work for foster youth in the community, mentoring, and inspiring and empowering them through the power of pro wrestling, the positivity, and putting a positive spotlight on pro wrestling. And Rocky, like when we talked, you grew up in the foster system, and this is something that's near and dear to your heart, and I'm happy that you have signed on to be a part of this. If you could just tell your story a little bit.
Yeah, as a kid, things just weren't great for me. I was in foster care, group homes, and the mid 80s, Hulk Hogan, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, came to our group home, and I was already a big wrestling fan as a child, and it made such a big impact on me, and it stuck through me my whole life. I was invited to a gym down in Cocoa Beach, Florida, that they were running. It was kind of like an after school thing for me. They kind of liked me. I was very inquisitive, and I wanted to be more than what I was, and they gave me that opportunity. So I'd go down after school, clean the gym, learn more about the ins and outs of wrestling. So it was a great opportunity as a child living in a foster home and a group home. I needed it. I needed somebody to bring me to a different place in my life, and wrestling did that. And wrestling has stuck with me all these years. I became part of FSW, Future Stars of Wrestling. One of the greatest things that I've been able to accomplish is being able to help facilitate these young wrestlers get to where they want to go. The foster system is such a hard system to live through. I'm going to be honest with you. Some of these foster care parents are in it for just the money. Some of them don't even care about the kids. So what we want to do is we want to bring wrestling into these young people's lives, and we want to mentor them, like Dave said. We want to bring them to free shows. We want to get involved with the children. I mean, of all ages, because let's face it. I mean, you could be a 6-year-old kid and love wrestling. John Cena. The Rock. I mean, and I've been blessed. I truly have been blessed. And been very fortunate to come from where I came from to who I am now.
Right. Successful entrepreneur.
I'm a very successful entrepreneur. I own a security company, Rocky T Security, handling all your needs here in Las Vegas, Nevada. You can contact 702-278-3470 for all your security needs. But this is my company. It's a multi-million-dollar company. I did it on my own, but I would have never been able to do that if it wasn't for the guys like Hulk Hogan and Brutus the Barber Beefcake and so many other WWF at the time people that came and talked to me and mentored me.
Right. Well, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing, Rock.
It really is.
Because I know we're running short on time here, but here's the thing. We are rolling this out. Headlocksandhearts.org. It was supposed to be up today, but you know how business rolls. Nothing's going to stop us from creating this mission. Reach out, headlocksandhearts@gmail.com. If you want to volunteer, how can you help? You can volunteer. You can sign up to volunteer out in the community. We're going to get out there with the wrestlers and different organizations and just make some magic happen. But some of the things we're looking to do is hip toss homelessness, bear hug bullying, clothesline cancer, leg drop illiteracy, all kinds of different initiatives. But we really want to start off focusing on the foster youth in the Las Vegas community and helping them and inspiring them and showing them a different way. and giving away scholarships. Like if they have a dream to be a pro wrestler, we have a wrestling school. Come train with us, and we'll put everything in the mix. We got talent agencies with Catch Agency. So it's just a beautiful thing, and we're still growing it. Everybody could be a part of this. You do not have to be just a wrestling fan. You could be somebody that just cares about giving back and making a difference, and join the team, become an official tag team partner. And I'm telling you, this is not about me. This is about purpose. This is about passion, and this is about community. This is about love.
So, Dave, give that email address again so everybody can reach you on that.
headlocksandhearts@gmail.com. Also on Instagram or Facebook. Just hit me there. Text me, call me, whatever you got to do, man. Smoke signals.
There you go.
Get involved.
Yeah, and we'll look forward to working with on the show, obviously, as well. Rocky, thanks for being with us, man. Pleasure to have you here, my friend.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate being here.
And thanks for being an inspiration to the community as well. Seriously.
Thanks, Ryan.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Dave.
That's my guy right there.
Yeah, that's my guy right there.
Yeah.
All right. So wrapping it up. Hey, give us a follow on all our social media at Mark Hoke Show, just everywhere. That's it. Subscribe, YouTube, please. We really appreciate it. The Mark Hoke Show on there. And guys, we're going to have a great show next week. Jenny Santana is going to be in here.
That's my girl.
That's going to be a hoot, plus a whole lot more. We appreciate you taking time out to join us here on KDAWN, and wherever you are, have a terrific day, Las Vegas. We'll see you next week. Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show, like us on Facebook at The Mark Hoke Show, and visit markhokeshow.com to keep up with everything happening with the show. And remember to check out all of our archive shows on YouTube at The Mark Hoke Show, and download our podcasts at markhokeshow.podbean.com and all your favorite podcast outlets. So join the Mark Hoke Show family today, and thanks for listening.
Hey, Nevadans, prescriptions can be expensive.